You think you talking to, man? This ain't nutso. This ain't that dope head on the roof taking orders from you. This ain't your same little brother following behind you trying to go outside. You ain't the motherfucking man no more. I'm the one. Shit's changed. It's a new day, bruh. If you can't clean up your act, suggest you raise the fuck up.
Check it out. Above the rim is like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air if his mom hadn't got scared and moved him out of the hood. Instead of Philly, we're in New York, completing the Harlem trilogy of Barry Michael Cooper with a little help from Benny Medina. Check it out. If you're new to the channel, like, subscribe, and share to become a hood figure. That way, you can recommend what movies I should do next. But for now, check it out. Hey, hold up. A lot of y'all watching these for free. I'm gonna need y'all to hit that subscribe button and everything and share this on Facebook with your people. But back to the hustle. Check it out. What's it about? How the arrogant are humbled by the struggle, fear, and reality of attempting to make it out the hood via basketball. Even more, how the hardest part of winning is choosing the right side. And of course, the importance of self-reliance. Check it out. Characters. Kyle Lee Watson is a young rising athlete trying to get recruited by Georgetown. Fatherless, he's a bit of an emotional, smart-mouthed brat that's spoiled, selfish, and mildly disrespectful. Raised by a single mother because his father passed away, what drives him is his passion to lessen the load on his mother or completely retire her. Due to his potential, a lot of his behavior is often excused. Shep, which is short for Tom Shepard, is the oldest Shepard brother that went from point guard to security guard. He's quiet, reserved, and almost a recluse. Shep shows us signs that he's dealing with depression. One of the best ballers in the hood, he's now hunted by memories of his best friend and teammate Nutso falling off the rooftop. Shep carries the weight of knowing he blew his and others' chances of going pro. Birdie? Birdie is Shep's younger brother, who's a local drug dealer that's ruthless with a smile and a razor in his mouth. Mislabeled as a bad guy, Birdie just refuses to ever be a victim again. You know, one that you can shame or laugh at. Birdie thing is, he's embarrassed by Shep because Shep forfeited their way out the hood and is now an emblem of his poor, powerless past. My man Bugaloo, he just want to be down and is often humiliated and embarrassed for it. He's a funny dude and is good friends with Kyle, but he never knows when to be quiet from when to laugh and play. He's who invited Kyle to meet Birdie. In a twist of fate, Bugaloo is a social outcast just as Birdie was when he was younger. Flip is a hype, or as most people call it, a drug addict who offers the audience tears from a clown. What's sad about him is what led him down that path. Flip was a teammate of Nutso and Shep that also lost the opportunity to make it out the hood that night on the roof. Maybe having your dreams crushed and losing two good friends can have you out there like Flip. Nonetheless, he shows us the dreaded possible outcome of not making it out the hood and only peaking in high school. Moto, he gonna always be Avon to me. Moto is Birdie's muscle. A soldier is how he sees himself, but he's more like a pawn. He's jealous of Kyle becoming a star on Birdie's team. Coach Rollins is the out-of-touch positive influence of the teams that he coaches. He's been at it since Shep was a teen and is in the same tournament as Birdie. To me, he's the passive-aggressive version of Birdie. His support for Kyle is predicated on Kyle playing for him. You'll see what I'm saying later. Matter of fact, I'll tell you right now, Coach Rollins didn't even get Kyle his scholarship papers until Kyle played for him. That was kind of foul, homie. But anyway, Malika is Kyle's mother and the realest and most self-reliant person in the film. I love her for how grounded and strong she was. Raising a son alone after his father passed away, she works hard to provide and support her son on her own. The way she explained how she loved Kyle's father and not some made-up TV guy or dude in movies was to die for. Check it out. What I see? Well, the players change, but the game remains the same. Kyle is the younger version of Shep. Bugaloo is a younger version of Birdie, and Shep fills the role of Coach Rollins. Kyle, without ever knowing the Shepards, fears the same reality Bird had to experience. That and his mother is what drives his ego and perseverance. a simple motivation to retire his mother. Had Shep not left, I'm sure his intentions probably would have been the same. Because Shep did leave, Birdie for a while was in a similar position as Bugaloo, but poorer, looking for acceptance, finding none. Birdie probably would have been more considerate of Bugaloo had he been a little quieter, less annoying, or maybe even poor. What separated the two families is Cal's mother, Malika, and her strong views. That's what slowed Cal down from going the wrong route. However, without a man to relate to, he rebels or runs from accountability, just like Shep. Cal's choice to play for Birdie in the tournament was because his non-relatable coach was trying to hold him accountable for the team's loss, and him almost disqualifying himself from recruitment to college. To escape responsibility, he played for Birdie. That was Cal's second time running away. The first example of him running away was when he stopped to piss with Bugaloo. The third time was when he was avoiding his coach.
Tell him to get his butt into my office pronto.
Coach wants to see you in his office.
Yeah, well, Coach can wait. Kyle, you forget how to read a clock?
The attitude that Cal has while playing is what Shep relates to in him. Shep also identifies that as what led to Nutso's fall. Coach Rollins wants Shep to replace him so he can step down, because he's aware he can no longer relate or connect to these athletes anymore. Without a connection, they can't be coached, helped, or saved. Shep redemption is predicated on Cal's growth, which is why Coach Rollins, his name is Rollins, ain't it? Anyway, is trying to convince Shep to persuade Cal not to blow his chances the same way Shep did. Until he can do so in the hood and in his mind, he's a coward, dying 1,000 mental deaths, escaping nothing, running from everything. Check it out. Lessons from above the rim. Here we go. Lesson. Being alone can make you stronger.
How many brothers and sisters you got?
Just me and my mom.
Being alone makes you stronger. You and me about
Lesson. Just because you're skilled, the world doesn't revolve around you, nor does it owe you anything.
He's going to North Carolina. And where am I going?
Lesson. In life, the only people you owe are those that loved you enough to get you where you are.
Cared enough to get you here. Believe me, I know.
Lesson. Folks either gonna move past the things that happen to them,
Until them or they stop moving at all. But you're young. You can do anything. Except sing.
Well, now I can sing a little bit.
Not even a little.
Who's a cat that walks about? Who's a cat all about?
No, I can't take it, no.
when someone shows you who they are, believe it. Shep showed Malika, Cal's mother, he was a coward. That was it. That was all she needed. Lesson.
Doesn't matter to me. I can't worry about your past. I care about Kyle and how you walked out of that locker room. You're a runner, Thomas. I just don't have enough time for that.
Check it out. When you see it, this is a movie about self-reliance. Basketball is just a vehicle used to deliver the movie's message. Shep's absence forced Birdie's self-reliance. Cal's father died, so his mother had to be self-reliant. Malika is hoping Cal uses his basketball skills to get him an education just so he can be more self-reliant. Because the reality is, opportunities in the hood are so scarce that one would partner with the wrong crowd if it permitted a way out. Which is why Holcomb Rucker started hosting tournaments, to provide an environment for men to mentor, guide, and coach other talented young men, so that potential isn't lost mingling with the wrong crowd. To aid in this righteous endeavor, local street hustlers like Birdie would often help sponsor events and teams. These tournaments would draw thousands of fans and hundreds of professional athletes and stars. To honor Holcomb Rucker's commitment to his community, Harlem and the city of New York in 1947 renamed PS 156's playground to what we now know as the legendary Ruckers Park. Something else I thought about was how Birdie was framed as this antagonist and not Shep. Let's agree, selling drugs is wrong, so is killing. But when Shep abandoned, But when Shep abandoned his family as head of the household, a young, unskilled Birdie had to get it out the mud. Shep shouldn't have been that harsh on Birdie, considering he left. What higher ground did he have to judge his own brother when during his absence, Birdie had no guidance or protection? All Birdie knew was he had to provide, not only for himself, but for his mother as well. Sure, selling drugs is not the route one should take. However, his ends justified his means. As far as killing Flip was about to get shot by Motar, but Birdie gave him a pass, only for Flip to not appreciate it and disrespect him. I would even go as far to say, Shep is really the bad brother. He knew his friend Nutso was on PCP that night on the roof, then he abandoned his poor mother and brother for years, not coming back until the year of her death. His emo look was just like the icing on the cake. From his teammate Flip to his brother, he affected a lot of people. In a way, everything bad that happened to Birdie after Nutso's death, Shep is indirectly responsible for. Check it out. So let's close this. More than anything, Above the Rim is about the hoop dreams of poor black kids attempting to make it out the ghetto via basketball skills. While the dream of most parents is, as Malika
I
described,
dream about my son surviving, getting a good education, and making something positive out of his life. There's nothing else worth dreaming about.
my hope is that somehow we could impute that in our children to maybe lessen the pressure that they feel as teens for something more than athletics. If you take nothing else from this film besides the idea of self-reliance, you'll be good. As always, I'm Fox. This is Check It Out. I appreciate you for watching and being a hood figure. Straight up. This about around the time when I asked you to like, share, and subscribe so the big homie can survive. I'd appreciate that, you know? I ain't gonna even hold you. Let's get to these extras. Yo, the scars on Birdie's face is called a $150 for the at least 150 stitches that it requires to heal. Did you know we almost got Denzel as Shep before he got game? Cal and Shep both kiss Malika endearingly the same way. Did you notice that?
You think you can just kiss me anytime you feel like it?
Pee Wee Kirkland, the original Bank of Harlem, played Phil Reed, the Georgetown recruiter. If we being honest, they cheated to get Shep in that last game. His name wasn't on no damn roster.
He ain't been playing.
It doesn't matter.
Cal said he was 5'11" when he met Birdie. Duane Martin ain't nothing but 5'10". Was Nutso spirited in that white bag after the game between Shep and Kyle?
You don't owe me nothing.
Pre-LeBron, y'all see Bugaloo putting powder on his hands. Alright, if we continuing to be honest, Bernie Mac teeth was too white to be playing a bum. 1994 was a basketball year for film. This movie came out the same year as Blue Chips, The Air Up There, and Hoop Dreams. FYI, Sherm is PCP. At one time, it was cool to do. Which current drugs, I wonder, will become fads as well? Y'all gotta check out Requiem for a Dream with Marlon. I promise you, you won't be disappointed. Questions. Did Kyle's introduction to Birdie resemble a meeting with the devil in hell to anyone else? Was Shep leaving code for him going to jail? I don't know. Just wonder. Let me know any lessons that I missed in the comments, man. I appreciate y'all so much, man. Hope you're taking care of yourself. Keep on sharing. Keep improving the hood. And keep on improving yourself. I'm out.